Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna, coming to you from my base camp here at the Columbus Zoo, and welcome to Wild Countdown. Today we're hitting the open road to find wildlife. From the Pacific Coast Highway.
A male can reach 5,000 pounds.
To the dusty roads of Kenya.
I've been blocked by cattle before, but never a camel roadblock.
To a mountain pass in the Rockies.
You don't want to get in between the mother and the calf. They can move fast and they will charge.
We're taking 6 outrageous road trips and doing some off-roading along the way.
Now, if I was walking up this stream, I would trip on every rock.
Plus, my blooper of the week.
Cut him loose and let him go. We let it to be free. Yes.
So join me on an epic road trip next on Wild Countdown.
Boy, if people on the farm in Tennessee ever saw me doing this, they wouldn't believe it.
We tried to leave our tents. Not even to go to dinner. We couldn't get to dinner. The lions were everywhere.
God dang. Help!
No, it's right there.
Holy mackerel!
Just like my life is devoted to the animal world, Nationwide is devoted to their members, protecting what's important at every stage of their lives. That's why Nationwide and I have been partners for over 30 years. Learn more about Nationwide at nationwide.com. You know, you don't always need to go far off the beaten path to find wildlife. For instance, on a road trip from Los Angeles to San Francisco, I discovered a beach full of mighty marine mammals. Just off the Pacific Coast Highway near San Simeon, California, I pulled over to visit a popular spot for both elephant seals and human spectators. A volunteer named Ken was here to make sure both groups had a pleasant stay.
Well, I'm a docent, and I greet the public and also make sure that no one harms the seals.
What was happening here before y'all got involved? What did people do, just go down there?
The seals first arrived here in 1990s. At that time, there was no fencing, there was no boardwalk, so people were just stopping along the road and going down onto the beach. But they were harassing the seals. They were poking them to see if they'd move. So that's why our group formed. We were concerned about protecting the seals.
Most of the seal colony comes here twice a year, in the springtime to molt and in the winter to mate and give birth. The huge bulls are the first to arrive. Like how much can a real big one weigh?
A male can reach 5,000 pounds.
Jeez, man.
Usually an adult male is somewhere between 3,500 and 5,000 pounds. Yeah. Females are 900 to 1,200 pounds.
Pregnant females come ashore in December and January and give birth a few days after they arrive.
So what happens is the mother comes in pregnant, gives birth, nurses her pup for 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, she mates again and then leaves.
What about the pup?
The pup has to stay because it doesn't know how to swim.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So it's like having a kid and just leaving the kid there at the hospital and going home.
Yes, very comparable.
Well, I mean, how are they going to learn how to swim and learn how to
They
eat?
do it by instinct. They gradually venture into the shallow water and learn how to handle themselves.
That's amazing.
And they kind of group together and go in the water
Together?
like it's like a nursery school.
You wonder how many survive, because there's sharks, whales, all kinds of stuff out there. You wonder how maybe 100 go out there, maybe 25% survive. It's hard to say.
At a year, the survival rate is less than 50%.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Some young seals don't even make it to the ocean. I spotted 2 small pups who were abandoned by their mother. You can't really go down and help it, huh?
No.
Can't do that.
No, we don't do. The only time we intervene with anything on the beach is if it's something man-made, like coming in tangled up in a line.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we just let nature take its course.
But in spite of the hardships, this colony has flourished. The first pup was born here in 1992, and since then, their numbers have grown to over 23,000. It was a perfect example of what can happen when animals have the space they need to thrive. During a trip to Thailand, my daughter Kathleen and I hitched a ride on the Elephant Expressway. Definitely not your typical Sunday drive. The city of Chiang Mai in northern Thailand bustles with traffic. Once we left town, Kathleen and I discovered that life moves a bit more slowly.
Boy, if people on the farm in Tennessee ever saw me doing this, they wouldn't believe it.
Do you think the elephant ride will be this bumpy?
I don't know. They have real soft feet. The elephants go real light.
Okay.
Eventually, we made it to our destination, an elephant camp that offers trips through the scenic North Country forest on the back of a mighty elephant.
Woo!
Wow.
Whoa! Ooh, hold on.
These elephants and their handlers, called mahouts, used to work in the timber industry. But when Thailand banned logging in 1989, the unemployed mahouts could no longer pay for their animals' care. Luckily, outreach programs and camps like this gave elephants and mahouts an occupation in a new field, tourism.
I can't believe how many commands they know. These mahouts can get him to do anything.
Yeah, he just wiggles his feet and they stop or go, whatever he wants them to do.
Our journey gave us a chance to appreciate the power and beauty of these animals.
See, they have to have sure footing. It's amazing how they can walk across this river here with all these stones.
Incredible.
It wasn't long before our traveling companion wanted to stop for a snack.
Whoa! Gotta take a break.
He can eat whatever he wants to. He's the boss.
Asian elephants eat over 300 pounds a day, so these stops came pretty often.
And strict vegetarians, yeah?
Yep.
They just eat
Just everything. Anything is green.
every single time we stop. Just eats and eats and eats.
There he goes again. Probably he's not going to ever make it. Well, people don't realize that trunk is everything to the elephant. And of course, it goes into the mouth where the teeth are. And during their lifetime, which could be anywhere from, who knows, a young of 40 years old up to 75 years old, they go through like 6 sets of molars. Can you believe that?
Their teeth just fall out and keep coming back.
Yep.
But that's just the beginning of the elephant's amazing adaptations.
You see how he fans his ears?
Uh-huh, yep.
That keeps him cool. There's lots of blood vessels behind his ears there. It's like a radiator, and that fanning keeps him real cool.
But what impressed me the most was how easily the massive animal made its way through the forest.
Now, if I was walking up this stream, I would trip on every rock.
After a couple more rivers and countless meal breaks, our adventure was over. But this was one road trip, and off-road trip we'll never forget.
Coming up,
Watch your legs. See, watch her get out of that. She just moves.
good night. Plus the blooper of the week. Cut him loose and let him go. Next on Wild Countdown.
Welcome back, everybody, to Wild Countdown. I'm Jack Hanna here at my base camp, the Columbus Zoo. When I hit the open road, I never know where I'll wind up. On a beach full of elephant seals in California,
Boy, you can see how they get squished, you know it?
Absolutely.
Golly dang.
Yes.
or on the back of an Asian elephant in Thailand.
It's amazing how they can walk across this river here with all these stones.
Incredible.
Sometimes the most memorable animal encounters happen before we even reach our destination. Wait until you see what crossed our path on a dusty road in East Africa. Lake Nakuru National Park lies near the equator in central Kenya. Sue and I were anxious to see the park's huge variety of wildlife, including its famous flamingos. But first, we had to drive through Kenya's Samburu country, a region that had been suffering from a devastating drought.
Jack, I was so surprised to see that the Samburu tribe, they're using camels instead of cattle because I've always seen them with their cows before.
The local people were traditional cattle herders, but they've been forced to switch to animals that could survive the dry conditions. I think these camels come down from Somalia, is what I understand. Must be 50 camels out here.
I've been blocked by cattle before, but never been on a camel roadblock.
Eventually, we made it past the camels, but further up the road, we were delayed by sheep and goats. Well, I don't know how to do it out here, you know what? Ooh,
You just wonder where they get their water.
I know. Oh, wait, look at this, Sue. Look up, wait.
Oh,
Let me get out. Can I get out and look at them?
Jack.
I'm sorry, I have to get out and look at them.
Oh, my
Sorry,
God.
come here, Sue, let's go. Come here, I got these.
Oh, look how cute. Oh. Oh, there's the mom.
Go ahead.
She's coming back for him.
Here, come here.
Can we just see him for a second? You want your mama?
There
you go. Aw.
You can tell, see, that after birth, she just had them.
How old do you think they are?
2 days. Keep going, buddy. Before long, we continued our 7-hour drive through stifling heat, clouds of dust, over the equator, and finally to the gates of Lake Nakuru National Park, where we received a joyful welcome. Lake Nakuru's scenery and wildlife exceeded our expectations. But I have to say, the animals and people we met along the way were the biggest surprise of our trip. Driving through the Rocky Mountains up in Canada is always an adventure. Even with millions of acres of habitat, some animals choose to hang out near the road. Sue and I were heading for Banff National Park in the Canadian Rockies, but soon after we left the city of Calgary, Sue spotted a big herd of elk right along the side of the road.
Oh, another one jumped. I love that.
You see this little fence here? That's nothing to these elk. It's like you stepping over a concrete sidewalk. Got one little one left. See the one little one left, can't get across.
We held our breath as we watched the calf look for a way around. If he couldn't rejoin the herd, he'd be easy prey for a bobcat or coyote.
See it, Sue?
I see it. I see it. It's still walking up and down the fence. Oh, there it goes. Oh.
Okay, Sue.
Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy.
I was anxious to get back on the road, but little did I know, a herd of bighorn sheep had the same idea. This time, Sue was ready with her camera.
Look at that, it's looking at us. Jack.
Bighorn sheep have specialized hooves and excellent balance, which allows them to scale the steep slopes with ease. This group of females had come to lick the salt from the road, an important nutrient they can't get from grazing alone. Once they climbed away, we continued on to Mount Inkadine Lodge. We'd barely arrived when our hosts, Chris and Cheryl Lynn Williams, said they had a surprise for us.
Watch your step coming down.
A big female moose was feeding on minerals in the mud behind the lodge.
Watch her legs. See, watch her get out of
the
it.
power.
The power coming out of it. She just moves.
Good night.
You can see her calf in the distance, just on the other side of the creek. The calf is usually not that far away from the mother.
I've been watching the calf, and the calf has stayed away. I don't know why the calf stayed away. She look at something over here. I don't know what she keeps looking at. Look at her. She knows something's coming. This is amazing. That animal knows something's coming.
Look at a moose coming this way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one? Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I told you something was coming. It was bothering her.
And just sort of sit here quietly and let it do its thing.
Look at this. When you look at them, they don't seem like they'd be a dangerous animal, but people have been killed by
they
moose.
have. Moose deserve a lot more respect than most people give them. So you don't want to get in between the mother and the calf. They can move fast and they will charge.
Here they come.
Yeah, look at the ears back.
Oh my goodness. Now she knows this cow moose would not hurt her baby. That's not the issue. The issue is she just might not want this other moose in her territory.
Exactly. I mean, this time of the year, they're all posturing to see who's going to be first in line for meeting the males.
The one on the right's going to move off, though, I can tell you right now.
Yeah, looks that way.
Well, she's going back to her baby. This here's going to leave because she wants to be with her baby.
Yeah.
We couldn't have imagined a better end to our road trip. These two massive creatures seemed like the perfect ambassadors to this majestic place. Why do male moose grow new antlers every year? The answer is coming up next on Wild Countdown. Why do male moose grow new antlers every year? Each spring, bull moose grow huge headgear to fight each other for females. Once mating season ends, they shed their heavy antlers to conserve energy for winter. Welcome back, everybody, to Wild Countdown. I'm Jack Hanna here at my base camp at Columbus Zoo. When I travel, all roads lead to animals. Whether I'm driving through East Africa,
You want your mama?
There you go.
or the Canadian Rocky Mountains,
Oh, there it goes. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy.
now see what happened when we took a road trip on the island of Tasmania. We traveled so far south, we ran out of the highway. My family and I were amazed by Tasmania's unique wildlife and stunning landscapes. But our visit wouldn't have been complete without a road trip to tiny Bruny Island. Just driving onto the ferry was an adventure in itself.
I've never driven on a ferry, number one. Number two, I'm on the upper level of the ferry. Number three, I'm on the wrong side of the car.
Here we go.
Ay, ay, ay.
How you doing? I just wondered, are you allowed to get out of this car or do you have to sit here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I can get out of the car right now.
Yeah, and you can have a look at the view and all that sort of stuff.
Is it in park?
Less than 20 minutes later, we were across the channel and back on the road. Along the way, we saw fields of sheep and a colony of rare white wallabies. But my family was in the mood for adventure, so we booked a cruise with Captain Robert Pennicott.
Look at this boat, though. Man, alive.
Welcome to the Tasman Sea, guys. Time to get the jackets on.
Somebody help me get this thing on.
Okay, we're on our way.
Robert told us to keep an eye out for bottlenose dolphins, but it was hard to believe they live in such a cold climate. There's no more land between here and Antarctica. No more land. We saw towering sea cliffs and giant seabirds, but we still hadn't found any dolphins. Finally, our patience paid off.
Right here they are. There. Right in the front of the boat. There. Suzanne, look at them. Come here, girls, up to the front of the boat.
These are bottlenose dolphins. We do get them 9 out of 10 days, and they just love the boat. They play around the boat stacks, and because there aren't many boats out here, these dolphins perform for us, which is beautiful.
Golly, oh my gosh. Look at them playing with us. They're playing with us. Oh!
Aren't they beautiful? I just love them so much.
There must have been close to 100 dolphins surrounding the boat. Just seeing the smiles on my family's faces made the whole trip worthwhile.
See the jumper one?
Oh, that was the best.
Coming up,
This wild milk cows down here,
How long ago was that?
1950s.
Plus the blooper of the week. Next on Wild Countdown.
Just like my life is devoted to the animal world, Nationwide is devoted to their members, protecting what's important at every stage of their lives. That's why Nationwide and I have been partners for over 30 years. Learn more about Nationwide at nationwide.com. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna and welcome back to Wild Countdown. I love to see animals in the wild, but sometimes getting there really is half the fun. Number 6, the elephant seal rookery on the Pacific Coast Highway. 5, our ox cart and elephant rides in northern Thailand. 4, the camel, goat, and sheep traffic we encountered in Kenya. 3, elk, bighorn sheep, and moose in the Canadian Rockies. And 2, our family road trip down under. No matter how far I roam, I never forget where I'm from. So when Kathleen and I were in my old neighborhood, I took her on a sentimental journey. This road trip was a chance to revisit my past. I grew up in eastern Tennessee, and one of my first jobs was helping grind corn at the local mill.
Wow, I can't believe it's here. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
This is where I walked and milked cows down here.
How long ago was that?
1950s. I couldn't believe it. The old equipment was still there. You put the corn in here, you know, a corn cob with corn on it, you know,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
pick in the field.
Yeah.
You go in here, and you go, this thing here is released, and you grind this thing like this. Shoot, there he goes, look here, this is my job. Of course, this ain't been done since 1954.
Oh my
You see this
gosh,
thing?
I can't believe you're this old.
What?
This looks like an antique.
I'm not that old, Kathy, I just tell you what I did. This right here, look at this. This way we weighed our bags right here. Weighed our bags.
No way.
Yeah, of the ground grain.
Oh, Dad, this is so cool. Can you believe it's all still here?
I wonder if they'd sell that thing to me. You can sit here, I'm gonna fix this thing, you're gonna be grinding corn. Next, we headed up the road to my old family farm. Gene Hartman is the current owner. He offered to drive us around in his modified truck.
That's called the monster wagon for my grandkids.
The monster wagon?
Yes.
It was great to see the land today. Gene had bought a few of the surrounding properties and donated more than half of it to conservation, so it will remain protected wildlife habitat in the years to come. Before we left, Kathleen and I stopped by my old fishing pond.
Oh, I so underestimate you.
Oh, wait, I have a
Sorry.
fish. I can't believe I caught a fish. Usually I never catch one.
Wow,
God, look at the bass.
that. Oh, he's
I swear
beautiful.
I've never caught a fish this big.
He is
I haven't.
beautiful.
Okay, fishy.
Well done. You gonna read these?
Yes, of course I am. I gotta say, this trip down memory lane may have been the best road trip of all. Hey, Gene, I'm gonna come back out here on vacation. And now, my blooper of the week. During our road trip through Kenya, I spotted a chicken at the market and wanted to save it from the dinner table. Okay, I'll take it. Cut him loose and let him go.
We let it be free.
Yes, just try and let him be free. Luckily, my cameraman reminded me that Africa may not be the safest place for a wild chicken. Take him home at night. Take him home at night.
Okay.
Take care of him. Thank you. Thank you. As we've seen, you don't need to go into the wild to find wildlife. Almost any road trip can be an amazing animal adventure. To learn more about the creatures on today's show, visit wildcountdown.com, our Facebook page, Wild Countdown TV. For the Columbus Zoo, I'm Jack Hanna, reminding you that every creature counts, especially my buddy Kenya here.
Promotional consideration provided by Nationwide and the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium.